Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to discuss about arrays in Java. Array is nothing but it is an object which contains collection of similar data items. So array is an object, it has the capacity to store collection of similar data items. So if you observe this example, so here int is a data type, a is a variable, 10 is a value. Okay, so here a is known as a variable which has it contains the capacity to store only one value. It has capacity to store only one value. It is not possible to store two values or five values in this single variable. But if you want to store collection of elements in only one single variable, in that case you need to use arrays. So array has the capacity to store collection of similar data items. Okay, so here int is a data type, num is a variable name, array variable name, and 10 is the size. Okay, so here this array variable has the capacity to store 10 values, but the condition is all these 10 values are belongs to same data type. Okay, so it is not possible to store one integer, one float, and character string. It is not possible. Okay, all the 10 elements belongs to same data type. Okay, so the elements of our array are stored in a continuous memory location. So normally variables, for example, if we declare like this, int a is equals to 10, b is equals to 20, like that. So A is stored in some memory location and B is allocated in some other memory locations. Okay. So those memory locations are different in case of variables. But in array, the elements are all these 10 elements are stored in continuous memory locations. Okay. So that's why it is known as data structure. Data structure is nothing but the data is represented in certain format, certain structured in a structured format. So that's why array is known as data structure, where we store similar elements. For example, if you want to store salary, for example, if you want to store 10 employees salary, so you can use float. Okay, so all 10 salaries are belongs to float data type. Or if you want to store 10 employees names, so all are belongs to string data type. Okay, so we can store only fixed set of elements in Java array. Okay, so here 10 means you can store only 10 numbers, not more than 10 numbers. Okay, array in Java is a indexed based. Okay, so if you want to access only one element among these 10 numbers, if you want to access only one number, so Java supports index based. So the first element of array is stored in 0th index, second element is stored in first index, third element is stored in second index, like that. So every element contain unique index value in array. Okay, so here we declared one array int num of 10. So if you want to store elements, so this is one way. I will explain all other ways in the next class, how to create arrays, how to declare arrays, and how to store elements in arrays. So this is only introduction class about arrays. Okay, so if you want to store the 10 elements like this, num of 0 is equals to 10. So in index 0, the element is stored. So what is the size? Here the size of array is 10. So index value starts from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9. Total 10 memory locations. 10 locations. Okay. So first element is stored in 0th location. For example, if we take 20, 20 is stored in first location, 30, 40, 50, like that. So I mentioned only 10 here. If you want, you can change the values. Okay, so in this way you can store the elements. So this is the structure of array. So the elements are stored in a indexed format. The first index starts with array index always starts with 0 and ends with size minus 1. So what is the size? 10 is the size. 10 minus 1, 9. So up to 9 memory locations are allocated. For example, if the array size is 100, so it starts with 0 and ends with 99. Okay, so here the first element is stored, second element up to the size of elements. Okay, array length is 10. So it starts with 0 and ends with 9. Okay, so if you want to represent any element, for example, I want to represent these element, you can represent these element by using index value. So these element, for example, here 80, maybe the value is 80. Okay, so you can represent these element. For example, here the value is, just wait a second. So here the value is 8. Okay, so this 8 is represented with index value 2. Okay, num of 2 contain 8. Or else if you want to represent this area, so you can represent at index 8. Okay, so every value in array contains unique index value and all these elements are stored in continuous memory location. Okay, for example, this area starts with 1. Okay, or this area starts with 10th address. Okay, next this is 14. Why? Because so here we represented the element with integer data type. Integer occupies 4 bytes of memory. Okay, so this area, so these are the 4 bytes. In 4 bytes of memory, the value, the first value is stored. For example, the first value is 2. Okay, 2 will be stored like this. Okay, so integer occupies 4 bytes of memory. So this is one integer value, so that's why it will occupy 4 bytes. This also 4 bytes. Next memory location starts with 18. So 10, 11, 12, 13. Next here 14, 15, 16, 17. Next 18, like that. Okay, so every memory location occupies 4 bytes of memory. Why? Because it is integer data type. Okay, so in this way, the array elements are represented. Okay. So next, these are the advantages of array. So the main advantage of array is code optimization. Okay. So code optimization, it makes the code optimized. We can retrieve or sort data efficiently. Okay, for example, if you want to store 50 elements, no need to declare 50 variables. You can declare only one variable. In that variable, you can store all 50 values. Okay, so that's why code optimization. And then random access. You can access first element, you can access middle element, you can access last element also. You can get any data located at any index position. Okay, the next disadvantage is size limit. Okay, so if we represent the array with the 10 size, you can store only 10 values, not more than 10 values. So we can store only fixed size of elements in the array. It does not grow its size at runtime. So this problem, to solve this problem, the collection framework is used in Java, which grows automatically. So I will discuss all this, how to create array, how to declare array, and how to store values into array, and how to access the elements array from the array. I will discuss all this topic in the next coming classes. I hope it is clear. If you have any doubts regarding to this video, please comment me in the comment section. For more videos, please do subscribe my channel. Thank you.